Hi, welcome to Sync, the bi-weekly news show where we give you a TLDR, no BS recap of what's been going on in the gaming industry for June 22nd through the 26th. My name's MikeyDood, and let's get episode 32 underway. Mixer throws in the towel. Microsoft has announced their streaming service Mixer is en route to collapse at the end of July. They have transferred most of the assets of the platform to Facebook Gaming, and any Mixer partners who want to sign up there will apparently get a $2,500 one-time bonus for the deal. Of course, this leaves us wondering about Shroud and Ninja, the two streamers who were paid the big bucks to come from Mixer from Twitch. They apparently were offered double their existing contracts to go to Facebook Gaming, but declined and opted to be paid out in full. A hilarious outcome for an always lackluster beyond belief alternative to Twitch. We wish any streamers caught in the crossfire the best of luck. Xbox won't give old Zucc Mixer data without permission. With the closure of Mixer underway, Microsoft decided to partner up with Facebook Gaming, which raised a few eyebrows with the community at large over privacy concerns from the vacuum that is Zucc the Suck. Phil Spencer thankfully took some time out of his day to let fans know that the transition to Facebook Gaming will have no data transfer involved. To quote Phil on Reddit this week, "We are committed to respecting your privacy and personal information. Unless a Mixer streamer takes action to ask Microsoft to share data with a platform, no Mixer streamer personal information will be shared." It's good to see Microsoft has the community's back over the horrific advertising and data collection policies of Facebook. Facebook kills off Oculus Go. Facebook this week announced that they would be trimming the fat of the Oculus range of products by removing the Oculus Go from sale effective immediately. This leaves the newly released Oculus Quest and the original Rift headsets as the main products. Oculus intends for these to be the path forward as they continue to further their VR development. Owners of the Oculus Go will still be able to use their devices, but new applications will not be accepted past this December. Night City Wire electrifies the airways. CD Projekt Red held their much-anticipated reveal of new Cyberpunk 2077 information with Night City Wire, a presentation held during the E3 Summer of Games. The stream started off with a new trailer showing scenes confirmed to be only from the game's prologue, and some interviews with several developers of the upcoming title. Along these lines, the team showed off the Brain Dance feature, along talked about addition that will breathe death and excitement into the world of Night City. This world even extends past the walls of Night City into an area known as the Badlands, an expansive area full of nomads that live outside of the mega corporations. Surprisingly, they also announced a partnership with Studio Trigger to make a cyberpunk anime focused on a standalone story set in Night City. The stream ended with a tease of more information to come in a few weeks, possibly at Xbox's July event, and that the review embargo of the press demo will be lifted following the stream. So be on the lookout for those on gaming publications across the web. Fortnite announces Christopher Nolan screenings. Epic Games has announced that players of Fortnite will be able to see one of 3 Christopher Nolan films within the game, the exact title depending on which region players are living in. In North America, players will get to enjoy Inception, Nolan's mind-bending dream heist film. Batman Begins, the obvious choice, and somehow The Prestige are playing in other regions. Of course, all screenings were free, but along with Diplo and the company also coming to Fortnite to party hardy, it's very impressive the commitments they've secured from real-life marketers to squeeze into Fortnite. Project Slippi brings a new world to Melee Online. Let's sit and talk about a classic, Super Smash Bros. Melee, and the new developments made by a small team to improve the netcode used for online play. The Slippi group and member Fizzy have worked tirelessly for months to release rollback netcode, easier matchmaking by username, and in-depth replays all available for this 15-plus-year-old game. Rollback netcode improves the quality of play over long-distance and high-ping matches by keeping both games synced at the expense of a small bit of overhead. To quote Nick Murata, a die-hard Melee player, "The online has never been this good. If you have a 144Hz monitor, you're playing CRT Melee Online. Now is the best time to pick up Melee and give the online a shot, especially if you're disenchanted with how Nintendo has handled Smash Ultimate Online, a service fraught with complaints over connection lag and horrific netcode that includes several frames of minimum input delay on both the software and hardware level." Animal Crossing New Horizons splashes in with new update. Nintendo quietly released a trailer for the new Animal Crossing update coming on July 3rd, and they confirmed a few things rumored to be released. First off, swimming and diving will be coming back, opening up those oceans surrounding your island life for exploration. Players will be able to find up to 40 new creatures below the depths of those crystal clear waters, and will have a new NPC named Pascal to trade with. The trailer shows off the sea creature in addition to the new museum and a new NPC or two to spice up the island life. To cap off the trailer, they hinted at the next update coming at the start of August with a background of fireworks. Fans will have to wait and see what's in store. The Summer Update 1 goes live on July 3rd, free for all owners. Marvel's Avengers cross-gen support announced. When it launches on September 4th, of course, the next-gen consoles will not be available to play Marvel's Avengers on, but luckily, players will be able to get the next-gen versions for free, even on PS5 with its notoriously lacking cross-gen upgrade plan, and Avengers will debut on those next-gen consoles from their respective launch days. Multiplayer will be cross-gen as well, but only in the same family of consoles, Xbox One to Xbox Series X for example, and save files will even be transferable. Very good news for those who don't want to be left in the lurch when the next-gen consoles drop and current consoles were relevant just a few weeks before. No More Heroes 3 partial gameplay reveal. Developer Suda51 made an appearance at the New Game Expo to sort of show No More Heroes 3, the long-awaited third entry in his Katana Assassin Otaku Simulator series. Keeping in tradition with his fascination with bizarre gameplay reveals, Suda51 had his face superimposed over the gameplay footage as if it were a zoom background, with him discussing everyone having to stay home and of course not mentioning No More Heroes 3. The footage shows a boss battle with Travis Touchdown facing off against what appears to be some sort of dimensional robot. More to come on this title. This is one of our most anticipated Switch titles in a year packed choke full of them. Tony Hawk Pro Skater Remastered is adding new skaters. Vicarious Visions has announced that they will be not only keeping most of the original skaters in the remastered game, they will be adding 8 new skaters including Riley Hawk, Tony Hawk's son, and Tyshawn Jones of the Blessed and Cherry Skate videos from Supreme to the lineup. As well as this, all returning skaters will be adjusted to show them at their current ages, a strange choice, as for some of these skaters I'm sure a failed ollie would result in a dislocated hip at their age, but we're down with it here at Sync so we don't age discriminate. The game launches September 4th on PC, Xbox One, and PS4. This is one to look out for if you're into skating. PS5 Size Explained. President of UX Design at PlayStation, Mac McLaurin, was asked on LinkedIn just specifically why the PS5 is so big. It turns out that a primary reason for this is actually due to thermals, as many have speculated. McLaurin states that this gen is targeting almost mini supercomputers, and as such with a 7nm process, doing great for heat with how much power it's shredding through. The heat is still there, and they don't want issues like the jet fan sounding PS4, more like Blast of Fan Air 2, am I right? McLaurin also teased that cosmetic customization for the console direct from Sony would be more expanded than before. Noted writer Chris Avellone accused of sexual assault. Chris Avellone, writer of multiple games including Fallout New Vegas and the upcoming Dying Light 2, has been accused of sexual assault by multiple women on Twitter. One particularly harrowing account concerns Chris getting a woman drunk on the company dime and bringing her back to her own hotel room in order to rape her. Even though Avellone had done the same thing to multiple other women, the employer he was working for at the time apparently did nothing for years. There are always two sides to every story, but Avellone certainly doesn't deny these encounters happened. He is claiming that he misconstrued things and believed things were consensual. We here at Sync are mortified to have been fans of this man, and multiple studios including Techland have terminated their working relationships with Avellone. Our thoughts go out to the women affected. Xbox Lockhart appears mysteriously again. Microsoft's worst kept hardware secret possibly ever, the discless Xbox Series X targeting 1080p at a low price point, codenamed Lockhart, has been mentioned again in documentation related to the Xbox SDK. The leaks do not give any relevant information as usual with Lockhart leaks, but it's nice to see word of the console again with its befuddling absence from Microsoft's promotion of the Series X, especially as Sony was sure to show off the discless PS5 with their full console, though Lockhart will be different notably from the Series X. Either way, Lockhart is expected to be the cheapest way to get into next gen, so we're excited to hear what Phil Spencer has up his sleeves. Small Halo teaser leaves fans hyped and wondering. Microsoft launched a small teaser for what we can only guess is for Halo Infinite, as it doesn't match any of the trailers they have released so far concerning the Master Chief Collection. The video titled Signal Detected, Tag Designation Foe is mainly a recording of what sounds like a Covenant brute leader of a faction now known as the Banished, the group who took the antagonist role in Halo Wars 2. The Banished are made up of most of the former Covenant, but without those pesky prophets tricking the separate races like the Brutes, Grunts, or the Sangheli. The foreboding minute-long audio sets up a clear enemy for the upcoming title, and with Infinite just around the corner for the winter, we can't wait to see more from 343 Industries on this upcoming launch title for the Series X, possibly during Xbox's press conference next month. The Last of Us 2 possibly on track to break sales records. The Last of Us Part 2, even with all the struggles the game faced on the way to release, may have actually pushed through to become the fastest selling game in the history of the PS4. According to GameStat, a PlayStation tracking website, 4.4 million accounts have played the game in the first 3 days since it came out, handily above the record previously held by Insomniac's Spider-Man with 3.3 million copies sold in the same time frame. This would be a stunning achievement, especially for a title with such mature themes and unable to be sold to many gamers. Congrats to the team at Naughty Dog either way, we shall see how the sales number pan out soon enough. Tokyo Game Show Online announced. The Tokyo Game Show will be holding an online event free for all for 5 days between September 23rd and the 2nd. This event will replace the in-person event scheduled for the same time at the Makuhari Messe this September. The group has put out calls for registrants to block out times for presentations and has stated that both the Japan Game Awards and esport competitions will still be going on. Overall, no announcements of who will be in attendance, but if we had to guess, just about every Japanese development house will be in attendance ready to release some juicy information. Our hope is to hear more about this possible Bloodborne Remastered coming to PC, or Sega's rumored new Super Monkey Ball game. A storybook finish for the Legends of Heroes Cold Steel Quadrilogy. After months of teasing, NIS America and Falcom announced a proper release date for the upcoming Trails of Cold Steel 4 English version coming on October 27th, 2020 for the PS4, with a Switch and PC release coming out the following spring of 2021. The gameplay trailer released this week shows off the fractured group of Class 7 having to band together to stop a nation fueled deep into war and save their professor, the former series protagonist Reen, all while trying to keep up with their schoolwork and field studies. The series is a staple of the JRPG format and highly recommended. Once the Cold Steel Quadrilogy is wrapped up, developers Falcom already have plans for the continued saga of The Legend of Heroes, with 3 more games lined up involving a whole new cast of characters and locations. Bloodstained: Curse of the Moon 2. The Bloodstained series is receiving a new title, but it isn't the one most fans were expecting from Ritual of the Night. Instead, the 8-bit title Curse of the Moon is receiving a sequel. During the New Games Expo, series director Koji Igarashi explained that due to the success of the Kickstarter for Ritual of the Night, they were able to develop the Moon series as a stretch goal and wanted to quickly provide a sequel. Curse of the Moon 2 sees the return of the 2 original protagonists with a few others to spice up the gameplay and really nail home that Castlevania-esque vibe that made the first 2 Bloodstained games a success with fans. No release date other than soon, and it's expected to be released on all current gen hardware. Alright everyone, that's Sync for June 22nd through the 26th. If you haven't subscribed yet but you'd like to, you know where that button is. Lastly, let us know what games you've been playing in the comments, and once again, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next episode here at Sync.